does not come to the competition ring with me, but it does come to every competition. Some of the stuff comes to the ring, but these are the things that you might not think about needing, but are essential to having a great weekend. There's no guarantee it shows that you're getting a hydraulic or an electric table, so bed risers. And this box lives in my van, and it's clear so I can see what's in it. Bed risers are essential, or PVC pipe. You can get 1-inch diameter and have it cut different lengths, and you can put it on the table feet and it will raise the table up for you. The bed risers are easy for me, mostly because I'm lazy and I haven't gone to Home Depot. So that's number one. Always bring bed risers, even if you think it's going to have electric or hydraulic tables, because you never know. And also, if you're on the wait list, they'll pull tables from the drying room sometimes to get you in, because they want everybody to be able to get in. So always add yourself to the wait list also, and always be there and prepared, because you never know. But definitely bed risers, $6, number one, greatest thing to bring to a grooming show. Number two, dogs are gross. They're just gross. And especially if they're not used to traveling, they're going to have stress, anxiety. Sometimes that becomes diarrhea. So I bring Audubon. I buy it in gallons, so this is diluted, but it's Audubon for hard surfaces and disinfecting. I make sure that the sprayer is closed, because otherwise it will leak if it gets too hot in your car. Febreze fabric pet odor eliminator. No matter how clean your dogs are, dog breath and them panting, and if you have a lot of dogs in your room, it's just nice to go in and it not smell like a kennel. If they do pee or poop on the floor, this Shout Pet stuff I buy at the supermarket, and you can get it on Amazon, and it smells delightful. And it does a really good job of removing stains and getting that pet odor out, and dabbing up urine. So, along with all of these, paper towels. 2 rolls at least. I have 2 half rolls, which will do for this trip. I also bring disinfecting wipes. Sometimes we bathe in the room, check hotel rules, be sensible about it. Sometimes you also need to shower in there, so this is nice to wipe it down when you're done. Along with the dog theme, Tide Pods and dryer sheets. If they have an accident in their crate and you didn't bring a spare bed, or they have had now 2 accidents in their crate and this is their spare bed, this stuff will save you. There's usually a laundromat in the hotel, and if not, there's one nearby. Or you empty out your lovely Go box and you mix one of those Tide Pods up with hot water and you swish it all around in here and let it sit overnight, then rinse it in the tub. Next day, let it hang to dry or stick it outside if it's nice. You've got clean dog beds. And the fabric sheets smell nice too if they do have an accident and you're just going to pack up all of the messy stuff into a trash bag that you bought. You stick a dryer sheet in there with the disgusting thing that you're hiding in the trash bags. It won't make you instantly vomit when you open it up later to stick it into your washer. So we've got paper towels, cleaner, trash bags, Tide Pods, dryer sheets, bed risers so far. Again, grooming is a very woman majority, so I always have tampons in my Go box, because you never know, and if you don't have it, somebody else will. I also bring dog toys for my guys, and I try to get chews, but I don't keep the chews in the box because obviously I have to keep replacing them. But I bring everybody's favorite thing. So Kapow likes to play tug with this, and Lenny likes balls, so there's a ball in here for him. and then a bone. So dog toys. Buckets. Bring a bucket for every dog you're using, even if the dog's provided for you. I've gone, and a food bowl. My food bowls are upstairs right now in the dishwasher getting ready. But I've had dogs provided for me that all I've gotten was like the dog in a leash or the dog in a crate in a leash. So make sure if you are borrowing a dog that you're very specific about what's coming with it. If it's just the dog, leash, and food, if there's going to be a crate, if you need to bring a crate, but always bring, hi Paul, always bring enough food dishes and buckets for your dogs, whether you're bringing the dog or the dog's being provided to you. And also bring an extra bucket for the room. I always forget that. I always count my buckets per kennel, and I leave my kennels in the holding room, and then we go back to the room, and I'm like, well, I guess we don't have a nice bucket now. If you need snoods, bring food snoods. I have show snoods, which I keep in my grooming box, which I covered in the last video, but I'm never going to use those to feed my dogs because they're gross. So bring these snoods for the room. So you have them there, keep them dry and wet, water free and all that. Emergency loops, big fans of these. This one's ancient and it lives in this box. You know, you can get them from Frank Rowe that are nicer with patterns and things like that. Pumpkin. Again, show stress, diarrhea. Pumpkin in the food will help solidify that. I used to bring cans of pumpkin and I'd have to have a can opener in here, which I did. I got one from the dollar store. But baby food pumpkin. I get the beech nut organic, works just as well, and it's a twisty jar so you can open it and refrigerate it and you don't have to worry about like having plastic wrap or a plastic bag on it, things like that. Here's my other half roll of paper towels. Poop bags. So many poop bags. Never enough poop bags. Many, many, many poop bags. And I always end up unraveling them, trying to grab one. So I keep them in an Ipsy bag, which I'm sure if you don't get Ipsy, the Chris Christensen sample bags are great for this stuff, but it's just, you know, a little pouch thing. Get them at the dollar store, all that. I also bring cleaning rags because sometimes it's just easier to use an actual towel than a paper towel. And I will put like CVS or shopping bags, plastic bags in here, so I don't have to necessarily use a giant trash bag to, if these get dirty and disgusting, I can just put them in and then bleach them when I get home. On that same note, a reusable bag for any laundry that is not gross, but gross enough that it don't want it in with anything that I haven't worn or like my shoes and things like that. There's Lenny's ball. Very, very important if you have male dogs. Diapers or belly bands, or in my case both. The diapers I put around them diagonally on my cockers, and it's just in case they decide they're going to mark. For the most part, my dogs are very good, but they are all boys, and they can be bratty. So this is great because I can put it on, take it off, throw it out if they use it. The belly bands, I use Prevail or Overnight, depends, pads in there. So you put the pad in, and then you just wrap it around the dog. Make sure their penis is in there. You take the pad off, throw it out, and put a new pad on. With many, many pads. These are really thick, so I always put them on the top to protect everything else. Another belly band just in case. They come in many styles. Shot records. Very important. If there's an emergency, at least you have a copy in case you can't get a hold of your vet or it's 3 a.m. and they've got in a fight with a strange dog or a raccoon attacked you outside the hotel. 'Cause there's wildlife. Even in a room, there was a raccoon living outside the hotel once. More zip ties. You never know when you need zip ties. Zip ties are very, very important to life. Pets. This is mostly stuff that I've gotten from my vet for my dogs. There's some Clavamox in here. There's more Benadryl because this goes in the room. Melatonin in case somebody's having a real conniption. This is an anti-diarrhea. There's a couple of antihistamines here that are for my dogs specifically. Betadine spray, which is if they get something irritated in their pads. And then I have breath gel and stuff. And then I also have Mucinex in here for me. And tea bags. Tea bags you can use if they cut their tongue, bite their tongue, all those things. I have more Imodium in here. So this is all just stuff. This is medicine for the root. For dogs that are my dogs, do not give a client dog anything without their knowledge or permission. We're not vets. Disclaimer. But this is my stuff for my dogs. Sewing kit. It's a no-brainer. Just keep it in here. That way you don't have to worry about it when you come. Downy wrinkle release. I wear light fabrics a lot and they get really gross looking, and if you're going to go take your picture or something, or it's in the morning and you didn't realize it was wrinkled and now you don't have time to iron, this stuff will help. It's not, you know, a miracle cure, but it helps. This makes me look like a weirdo, but packing tape, duct tape, box cutter. You don't know when you're going to need it, but when you need it, it's nice to have it. Packing tape's great if you buy gallons and you're traveling and you're going to stack stuff on top of your gallons, or your gallons aren't sealed because not every shampoo company seals the top of their gallons. So you can put a little packing tape on there and keep the lid on, make sure it doesn't leak out. Box cutters are very useful for a variety of things. You know, you just never know when you need it. And then obviously duct tape. If it's not supposed to move, duct tape will keep it not moving until you can fix it for real. This is essential. It's a corkscrew. I don't need to tell you what that's for. This is for wins. This is for losses. This is just for, it's Saturday night and we don't have to do anything tomorrow because we didn't get into rescue rodeo and we don't do creative. Just keep that in there. A lighter. You never know. You never know. You can use lighters to seal the ends of your ribbons, all kinds of things. And a flashlight. This is great for walking at night, trying to make sure you don't step in poop and find your dog's poop because they've wandered off and they've pooped in 6 different spots. When I get there, I hang this on my kennels with my leashes. Yeah, you know Mackenzie, you know. But this is perfect. And this one I got at the dollar store. It's super bright, and it's an LED, and it takes like AA batteries. So it's really nice. Tie it with some poop bags. Yes, exactly. Colleen, besides bed risers, it's the second most important thing you can pack. It really is. Save yourself some money. And then finally, more extension cords, because the hotel rooms, you can never get enough plugs in for everybody's cell phones and everybody else's stuff, and if you're going to charge a 5-in-1 overnight. So I have a long one, and then I have a short one that splits to put like on the center table if there's one in between the 2 beds, things like that. So it's just nice to have a few options for that. In the same thing, Sharpies. When you buy Chris Christensen brushes, they all look the same. When you buy an Artera brush, they all look the same. If you don't want yours to end up accidentally in somebody else's box, because I don't believe that people in the ring steal them on purpose, or that roommates steal things on purpose, stuff just gets mixed up sometimes, mark your crap. Mark your crap. And also, especially the shows like in Ohio and you know, stormy areas where there could be tornadoes, because like Peckwest especially is in the middle of nowhere. You can write your phone number on your dog's belly in an emergency. You know, same thing if there's going to be like a hurricane in New Jersey, because you never know. You just never know. So, Sharpies. Also, if somebody passes out and they're kind of away around, and maybe a high schooler, you know. Along with box cutter, scissors. Yes, I do nail polish on combs too, Jennifer, but there's only so many colors of nail polish. And that's a really good point, because especially Utsumi combs, they used to put your name on them, and if you don't buy them from Utsumi, I'm not sure that they do put your name on them still, or if they even do it at their booth anymore. But that was really nice, because my little butterfly comb says Helen, and obviously if somebody was to steal that, you know, you just put their thumb over Helen, nobody would ever see it but them. But you know, nail polish on combs is an excellent point. I would do that at home, unless you know your roommate really well, or you don't have a roommate, because some people get weird about nail polish. But yeah, scissors, little scissors. If you need to open something, especially treat packages, sometimes when they're perforated, they just don't open, and that's really annoying. And then this lovely mess of wires is extra chargers. I have an extra USB port charger for somebody else's vehicle, just in case, like we go somewhere and I need it. An extra wire for my phone. And I have 3,000 of these because I always break or lose them. And then I have another extra wire. And then I have headphones. And an auxiliary cord to plug my phone into an auxiliary thing. We need music or whatever. And you know, obviously, it's just if the situation arises. And these things are usually in a pouch, and I just need to get a new Ipsy bag because I had them in a sandwich bag that was ripped. So that's why they're a mess, but that's 2 headphones. And then another screwdriver. This is a 6-in-1 again, and you just never know. And a lot of these things, too, you can use for, like, light auto repair if you run into an emergency on the side of the road. Duct tape works great to put a trash bag over the window if the window gets smashed or it doesn't go up. You know, the box cutter, zip ties, all those things can be used in multiple situations when you're on the road. And then I also have a bunch, these are all actually attached to my kennels right now, but these are little hooks that you can get in 6-packs at Home Depot or Lowe's, and I use them to secure my buckets to my crates. I only put 2 buckets in here, but I have enough buckets for all of my crates, and I keep them in there so the dogs aren't knocking them over, and I'm not losing the buckets. All of those very important things. So, but yep, this is my go box. So again, cleaners, paper towels, medicine, you know, tampons, anything that you would need, maybe like Band-Aids, Neosporin, should be in a box like this. And it's just something that is a lot of crap in one box that I'm going to put a lid on, and then I don't have to worry about it. And I just take it from my car to my garage so none of this stuff explodes and gets gross. And then I put it back in my car when I'm going, and it's always ready. And if I start running out of pads or diapers, I know, and I just go and I replenish. And the corkscrew lives in here because that's very important, and the bed risers. And yeah, everything else, just as it gets empty, I buy a new one and put it in. So I hope that this helps somebody, you know, and if you have any questions, just, you know, I'm here. All right, bye.